there, wizards and muggles. My name is Britt. I work for the Pikes Peak Library District in Young Adult Services, and today I'm going to show you how to make a Deathly Hallows pendant that you could use as like a necklace or a keychain or really in any way you want. So let's get started. Okay, so to make your Deathly Hallows wearable, you're going to need a couple of different things. I'm going to give you two options, but for both options, you are going to want a keychain. So make sure you have, I don't know, I collect them. I mean, I don't like collect them, but I have a lot of them randomly, so I figured that might be something you would have at home as well. So grab a keychain. You're also going to want to grab some jewelry wire if you're doing it the hard way. If you're not doing it the hard way, instead of jewelry wire, you're going to use like popsicle sticks or toothpicks or chopsticks, something wooden that you can glue to the keychain. So you will also need glue. So I don't need glue because of wire, but I do need something to cut with, and you will need something to cut the popsicle sticks, toothpicks, chopsticks, whatever with as well. Since I'm using wire, I have a wire cutter. And then I also have pliers, because anytime you're doing anything with wire, pliers are gonna make your life like 1,000 times easier. So grab your supplies and meet me back here. Okay, so if you're not familiar with what the Deathly Hallows symbol looks like, it's a triangle with a circle inside and a line down the middle. So what you're gonna first do is you're gonna make a triangle. So if you're working with thinner jewelry wire, what I would do is I would just find something that was triangular in shape and just kind of wrap the wire around it a bunch of times. Since I have this thicker wire here, I am gonna use my pliers to make a triangle. So I'm gonna give myself some extra space, but I kind of we're gonna go ahead and just bend it a little, and then you're gonna go ahead and once you've got the bend, you're gonna take your pliers if you have them. If not, just bend it as tightly as you can. If you don't have pliers, like, it's gonna be fine. Your corners just won't be as sharp. It's still gonna look like a Deathly Hallows symbol. So you're gonna squeeze together with your pliers. All right. And so now you have a corner, right? One of your triangle corners. And at this point, to make my life a little easier, I'm gonna go ahead and just wrap some of the thinner jewelry wire around my one side, basically, of my triangle. So choose a side and wrap your jewelry wire around. So I'm just like literally gonna make a little circle with jewelry wire. That's all that's happening here. And you can make it tight or loose. Sometimes when I'm doing this stuff, I will make my first one loose so that I can move things around if I need to, and then it's a little easier to get a little tighter later. At this point, if you're using popsicle sticks, go ahead and measure out a triangle that will fit perfect, right around your circle, because if you're not familiar with the symbol, the circle is like right inside the triangle, like touching the edges of the triangle. Okay, so I've got my little tiny piece of jewelry wire wrapped around. So I've got something that looks like this. So we're getting there, right? Like, that's gonna be recognizable any moment now. So then what we're gonna do is we're gonna complete the triangle. And so again, I like my sharp edges, and this is why I only did one, so that this thing doesn't get in the way. I like my sharp edges, so I'm gonna come in here with my pliers, make it a little sharper. And the nice thing is, because it's wire, you can always kind of move things around. If you screw it up, you probably have more wire, always nice. And if you did want to do this with wire, you can totally get, I believe I know for sure this came off of Amazon. And this came from the closet at the East Library, but it's probably purchasable online or at any craft store, I would think. Alrighty, but yeah, so if you're using popsicle sticks, you would probably want the, look at that, it's a triangle. Okay. So then what I'm gonna do is I am going to make this kind of the top, and then I can kind of come here, and then all really I have to do left is attach. I'm gonna go ahead and attach the ring here, and then I'm gonna loop everything around to make a straight line down the middle. And I'm gonna do all of that with this jewelry wire. So I will go ahead and attach the this loose side to this side of the triangle for me, and then using your jewelry wire, and then we will finish off from the top down. Okay, welcome back. Now you should have something that looks more or less like this. And you can see we're getting closer and closer every second to the Deathly Hallows symbol. So then what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna actually cut off kind of this excess where the 2 points intersect. So I'm gonna do that using my wire cutter. Again, if you are so strong. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm actually, and you could twist them around. When I tried doing that, it looked real funky. How about that? So it's an option. It didn't work out super well for me. So what I'm gonna do instead is I am gonna wrap my jewelry wire around the top, and then use the jewelry wire, then use that jewelry wire to also wrap around the entire piece and make that fun line down the middle. All right, so hopefully this will be enough. So like I said, I'm just gonna kind of wrap this together a little bit. So the other lesson that I love to teach is that you're never gonna be doing something totally right the first time that you're doing it. So like I said, I'm gonna just kind of wrap around these two bad boys. And then I'm gonna go ahead and, so I've got them wrapped together, and then I'm gonna go ahead and just make my line down the center. And so I'm just gonna hold the wire really taut. I might need a little more wire, but if I do, I'm gonna cut some more off. So I'm just gonna hold the wire really taut, try to make sure I'm centering it, and then wrap it around. That's literally all we're doing here. Okay, so hopefully you have a Deathly Hallows adjacent pendant. So you can see when I was wrapping it around, I did actually wrap a couple of times just around the ring and the wire down here, and then I did a lot of wrapping up at the top. At this point, you could attach a jump ring. You could, like this, the keychain I tore apart has a jump ring on it, so I could just take that off and use that too and attach it to a necklace or another keychain, or you could maybe even use it as a zipper pull. You could attach a pen to it and stick it on a backpack. You can make it into a brooch. The opportunities are endless. So hopefully you really enjoy your Deathly Hallows wearable.